So, hi guys, good afternoon, and welcome to our first edition or first episode of the GA Business Podcast. My name is Ofemi Adesina, for those just seeing my face for the first time, and I have with me here.
Muyiwa Kolawole.
Okay, and today we're talking about something very, very interesting. Really talking about something very, very interesting. We're talking about the pros and cons of investing or venturing into the luxury industry. It sounds like luxury industry itself is like a separate, it's like a niche on its own.
Yeah, actually, if you are into, if you want to do anything like industry analysis, they will tell you it's market segmentation. So, and if you want to do market segmentation, you have to segment people based on their class. So, there are people that will go for luxury, and the people that go for those normal thing, and there are people that go for those the average thing. So, the luxury is more like the one at the top of every particular market.
Yeah, I understand what you just said now. What I'm just trying to say is, when you look at, okay, like you said, market segmentation, there are people who buy the common product, there are people who buy the, but it looks like every product is like, there's actually like markets or products that are for like everybody. And then there are ones that are like, okay, this one are not for everybody.
Yeah.
Even though it looks like all those ones also have target audience.
Sure.
So it's like a different ball game entirely. And especially in Nigeria now, people just have this, would I say, mindset that everybody cannot sell luxury. Like it's not something anybody, for example, anybody can also go and say, I want to start selling pen.
Yeah.
You need small capital. Anybody can start selling books, and start selling even phone accessories and all those things. But look at the likes of Gucci, Louis Vuitton, all those brands, actually like real estate also, like cars, and for example, the person we're actually talking about today, Thomas, it looks like you have to like build a new world of your own around your products. Do you think it is welcoming to anybody? For example, can it just be something of interest? Like, do you think luxury industry is actually that welcoming, like every other industry also?
The thing is, I think okay, the first thing it depends on the goal of whoever want to start that kind of business. Okay, you can say okay, my purpose of starting this particular business is actually to meet the need of a particular set of people in the society. So another thing that actually determines is your capital. Because selling luxury is highly capital intensive. So it's not something that you can just wake up one day and say I want to go into. No, you have to be sure that you have a capital base there because you have to be able to fund it. You have to do publicity and some other stuff. And another thing is, even by the time you get started newly, people might not get used to the product. People might not start buying it. So if you are the type that you are not really the kind of entrepreneur that is fully on ground, you might go broke initially. So you have to be fully on ground that okay, at least even if this product cost me billions of naira, if I'm not able to sell it in a year, at least I'll still be able to have things to fall back on and still sustain myself.
Also, let me tell you something very, very shocking. I checked Emmys, popular Emmys designer.
Okay.
I checked Emmys website, and I've still seen wristwatch of, I think, $100, perfume of $50, $70. And we have a brand in Nigeria called Ashlux.
Okay.
And the least price on Ashlux products is $100. I mean, cap. You see their shirt, $200, $50, $300. You see their shirt. So it made me start wondering that, okay, wait, does that mean Ashlux is more premium than Emmys? Everybody knows Emmys. Like, Emmys is in the league of the likes of Gucci and all those things. And Ashlux looks like just a Nigerian luxury or an African luxury. But then when you get on the outside, you're like seeing crazy prices. So, just like the man you're actually talking about also, Thomas, and he's a real estate developer, he's an auto salesperson, he sells like one of the biggest dealers selling Lamborghini and all those likes. Now, the question that kept on coming in my mind is, how do these people, what determines their pricing? Because it looks as if, okay, let me first ask this one. Is it pricing only that differentiates luxury from other products?
Well, it's not really about price at times. You have to look at the quality and also the perception that people have about it. And that is what actually, I say, what differentiates luxury from other perception. Because by the time you wear a particular clothes like that costs you like maybe millions of naira, and you wear another one that costs just thousands, the way people look at it actually different, but it might also be of still the same fiber or the same material, something like that. But once they see the brand, they see, wow, this one, this good, and when they see the brand, so the kind of perception people have about it is actually what I can say what differentiates luxury from other type of thing. So it's not really about the price, but if you have to look at it too the other way around, you can also look at the price too, because you can't compare a product of 50k to a product of 500k.
Of course.
You know that they are not actually on the same scale. But to me, I would still go for the fact that it's still the perception of people about it.
Now let's go really into the topic before us. What's the pros and cons of going into the luxury industry? Now let's start from the pros. Now there's this particular quote that I like so much, and thank God we both sell real estate. It says luxury business is the only industry where you can make a luxury margin.
Yeah.
That's I think better amount. That's your Louis Vuitton. And just like, for example, if you sell a property for GTEX, you get 9% commission.
Yes.
That means if you sell a property of 10 million naira,
you have a million naira.
You already have a million naira. Now, do you know what other people sell to make that same a million naira that you are making on? Now, that kind of look like, the positive side of selling luxury. You get to make a lot of bucks, a lot of money, but then now the question is, or let me say the point of concern is, what it will take to make that one sell. So it just I keep wondering, this thing is juicy. I want to get a million. In fact, let's say I want to get someone that will buy me like 1 acre of land. Maybe, for example, one of us that is 10 million per plot, that's like 100 million. That means 10% commission, 10 million naira one sale. I can go on vacation. I can go to I can go on my soft life mode. But then getting that sale is not like selling bags of 5,000 naira or selling something of 3,000 naira. Anybody can just hurry and buy. So I just want us. I want this to be like a conversation now. How do you see it? Like, how do you justify these two sides of being in the luxury business?
Well, just like I said initially, people who go into luxury business are not people that just wake up one day and say, I want to go into the luxury business. The most probable are okay, after maybe creating this product, maybe it took like a year or two to create a particular product. Like, how long is it going to take for me to actually be able to sell it? Knowing fully well that people that are there that are capable of buying that particular product are not, they are like maybe 5% of the population of a particular country or environment where you are. So at times there are not people that just take out money to just buy things anyhow. They might just want to buy it for the sake of the fancy or for the sake of just saying, okay, massaging their ego, something like that. So anyone who is going into that kind of business must have had enough planning on ground. Okay, maybe this product maximum is going to take me like maybe a year to be able to sell it out. And also another thing, after planning, you must have mapped out a marketing strategy to ensure that they are able to reach out to those people that can be able to actually buy those products.
When I joined it, I was looking at, okay, let's come and sell property, let's make some money. And I was looking at my contacts, because this is like one of the biggest challenge I've heard from people, even our associates. You hear things like, I don't have any people on my contacts, I don't have people to call. And I also did the same thing. In fact, I actually took my contact. I saw people that, in my mind, these people have money. These people should be able to buy. But it's another thing to actually have money. It's another thing to be able to say what they want to hear or actually get them to pay. Because in fact, some of them don't even know the company you are working for. You are the one they know. And these are people that actually, like, even your mom, your dad, like people that can actually literally be your mom, be your dad. So now, okay, let's even take, for example, someone that doesn't have network coverage. Like you said, which I think is something people should actually take cognizance of. coming into the luxury industry is not something you just wake up and say, I want to start selling real estate. There's the place of learning it. There's the place of really. Thomas had MBA. He was even lecturing, like he literally studied business. And then he even worked with automobiles company. So he learned the rope. He didn't just wake up one morning and say, okay, it's time to start selling cars. I was watching, thank God I remember, I was watching a particular interview of Abuja Car, the city of Abuja Car, one very young boy, like a young man like that. And I was wanting to say that, I started with selling one car, to selling 2 cars, to selling 3 cars. I was expecting those grass to grace kind of story. When he shocked me, he said, I didn't come into selling cars because of money. I'm like, okay, so you are not into business for money. Then he said it was a thing of having flair for cars. I was like, tell me more. Then he ended it and said, my dad used to sell cars. So I was like, oh.
Very large.
It's that kind of thing. So it wasn't like he just woke up and was like, how can I start importing cars? He was born into the business. He started, so I think the place of learning the ropes should be very, very important. The place of paying the price to learn is something, it is not like selling purple that you can learn in 2 days. Learning how to position yourself, learning how to build your network. Because really your network in luxury business, I think that quote, your network is your network, applies the most to luxury industry. Because who do you want to sell to? Just imagine going into this advertising, let's look at what Indomie does. Yeah. There is thing Indomie does that they'll pack Indomie boxes into truck. They'll get dancers and then go to junctions and then that. Now do it for Gucci. Or do it for Ashlogs, or do it for a real estate company. People will just enjoy themselves and go home. Nobody's buying.
Sure.
I think the place of learning is important. The place of learning is, and I actually like you to say 1 or 2 things. Like I said, I think God, you're also in the business now. You've been in tech for quite a while now.
Yeah, sure.
How would you? There are people you see that these people are just selling. These people are making sales. Why am I not making sales? But then, okay, let me just ask you now. Tell me from your experience, how has it been?
Okay, like when I got here and I was made to know that the least property we have is around 5 million. I'm like, wow.
You were just
5 million there. Oh my god. But we also have land and also some other property somewhere in other places that doesn't cost this much or something. And the MDs made it clear that that it doesn't sell to everyone, that he has a particular market target. I was like, wow. So and he explained further, I was able to understand the reason why he's actually into that particular market. But my greatest surprise, I was like, you are selling something of 5 million, maybe in a month if you make like maybe 1 sale or 2 sales, something like that. For my first week, I also people this one sold like 10 million, 20 million, 15 million, 40 million. Wow, what was going on? Like I was surprised. So it was later on I got to know that okay. It's all about mastery, and it's all about knowing what to do. The truth is, no matter what you sell, there will always be people that want to buy that particular thing. And there also be some people that if you tell them this pen is 20 naira, they just look at you, they won't buy it from you. But if you tell them it is 100 naira, they look at your pen, it will most likely to be more of quality. Then you get it from you. So there are people that what they want is quality, and they are less concerned how much it's going to cost them for them to get it. And if you are selling that thing to them at a lower price, they don't believe you that it's like this thing is likely to be a kind of fraud or something like that. So, and from the people the caliber of people I know that make more sales from this place, one thing I know about them is their network. Actually, their network, because I see most of them they have this kind of people around them in the market too that are capable of buying this particular kind of product. And I think most of them actually finish from the private university. And that was one thing I've come to understand about it. So you going to a private university whereby the amount you pay is not just
the
the average, the kind of people you met with, the way they discuss about money, they talk about money. So by the time you get into a company that sells products that is very, very expensive, you just like it's normal thing. Or like someone who finished the whole undergraduate education with with 500,000.
Less than 1
By the time
million.
the other person come and sell the product of 5 million, just like, are you
Where did I start from?
or someone put school fee at least almost like 15, 20 million naira. If you tell the person to sell the product of 10 million naira, just like okay, no problem, it's doable. The only thing they don't have to do is reach out to people in his or her circle. Even if they can't buy, at least they have parents that want to buy. So he or she can convince them to convince their parents. And with that, another thing is, when you want to sell at times, you need confidence to be able to speak to whoever wants to buy a product from you. And that's one thing I love about Dr. Stevie. Like, he always give way his staff this kind of perception that you can't sell luxury if you've not experienced luxury.
True.
And that's why I feel that, okay, instead of we staying where we were before, bringing us down here, okay, if you've experienced luxury before, by the time you are negotiating a deal of 100 million naira with someone, you won't be scared.
Yeah,
you will have the confidence, right? Because it's going to feel like normal thing to you. So because most of these people have actually experienced a kind of luxury life where they school or from their parents, it's always easy for them to say, okay, just bring your 50 million naira. There was a day that Mr. Joshua was speaking with a man on phone. I'm sorry for mentioning his name without explanation. Like, at times when you want to sell, there are people that if they want to sell a product of 50,000 naira to you, they'll be begging you to try it. But Mr. Joshua was not like, okay, see, I don't have time now. This is the account number, send the money now. When you are done, call me or just message me. If I don't reply you on time, maybe whenever I'm chance, I'm going to reply something like, thank you, have a nice day. Like, if you are the type that want to buy a product of 50 million naira and you hear someone say something like that, I'm not buying a product of 5,000 naira for Gossi. I'm buying something of 50 million naira. But the way he talks to you, you feel like, now, this guy that just told me seems he's going to have
50 million is nothing to
exactly, it's nothing to him, something like that. So, but someone who is not from that kind of background cannot actually be like, the person will be begging you literally on that. Please. And
I had to learn that.
Like,
I had to learn that.
Like, kind of literally, please. You're going to be using sir.
I'm serious.
Almost
I had to learn
every
that.
minute. But the fact that I just got 15 million, it's nothing. So, the background also matters, and also your network also matters, and also another thing is also the mindset, confidence that you can actually do. It can actually help you to be able to sell luxury.
One key thing that stood out for me there was mastery, honest, because the fact is, with this our Digitex and Associate program, a lot of people are trying to, actually come into the system, but then they are still coming in as who they are. Not everybody has been privileged to actually grow up in wealthy environments, attend schools in wealthy environments. So if you are not one of those, and you know that, number one, there's some kind of money you're not even complain enough to talk about.
Yeah.
Because for that kind of person, if someone wants to buy from you, it's like that person wants to do you a favor. And it's supposed to be the other way around. It's supposed to be like introducing an opportunity to the person. So number one thing is, I think, build your network around people who are comfortable around money. Engage them, like literally come out of your comfort zone. This person is comfortable talking about money. Engage that person. Look at how the person talks. Literally come under the guide of that person. Learn from the person. Because to be sincere, I had to learn talking about money confidently. There was this particular person I was talking to, and then I noticed that the way I was talking to the man, it was like, oh, so you want me to buy property from you? Don't worry, I'll call you back later. That means there's a way I was talking to him that I sounded desperate. And he could hear it. He could hear my, being desperate in my voice. So I had to learn the way to communicate with authority. Let me put it like that. Like, see, I'm coming to introduce an opportunity to you. I'm not begging you. I'm literally trying to help you here. You are the one who needs my help.
Sure.
And that thing doesn't come naturally. Environment either influence it or you learn it. The first day I heard that a friend of mine's school fees per semester, not per session, per semester was around 3 million naira. I literally cringed. I was like, what are they teaching you? And then my friends remember my mom, the highest I paid that we even wrote petition to school that it was too expensive. They increased the school fees. And I was a union president, my departmental president. And we literally, I gathered my classmates to sign the petition to our HOD that we know the was 33,000 naira. You know, other they were paying 20, 22 for one session. For that for one session. And then this was one semester and there are 2 semesters in a session. And she spent, that means per session 6 million naira.
Yeah.
And that's minus we are buying this,
Exactly.
we are registering for this, we are doing.
Gods and that stuff like
So
that.
I think now if that kind of girl now is trying to sell property of 5 million naira, it's not moving like
Sure.
I've been paying 6 million naira per session.
It's more like,
school.
you know.
Now that's even one. Imagine the kind of allowance she's getting every month from her parents just for upkeep. I knew a girl when I was in school. When she's broke and she's calling her parent at home, she has 150,000 in swap, and that's 300,000 naira. That, let me show you, she was dating a friend of mine, and because of the way she was rich and she was getting gifts for that my friend, he felt so insecure, he broke up. Like, he felt like, no, before this girl will wake up and break my heart, this is not, you get the point. Like, he was like, before this girl will wake up one day and just give me breakfast, let me cook my rock. It was unbelievable for him. Like, I mean, like, this girl literally go out, buy me such of like 30,000, 50,000 rand. To the girl, it was nothing. She has money. Like, she didn't, let me show you, she didn't finish undergraduate. She traveled out, she traveled to Paris. She just dumped the undergraduate. I think they had, okay, at Bless school, she was in 3 level, then they had strike. Then when they strike in, she took up to Paris. She dumped her undergraduate. And you know that kind of girl, if you are bringing her, and she's trying to like sell you product of 10 million.
Yeah.
It is nothing to this girl. Like, so, but if you do not grow up in that environment, the best thing is, in fact, I learned something from John Big. He said one day, just wake up, dress up, take 20,000 naira, go to an expensive restaurant, and eat. He said it's not like you have the money, but just taste that environment.
Experience something new, man.
He said just taste that environment, taste it, and it will actually help you get more comfort. The first time someone actually invited me, let me, this is a personal story. I once tried to start a particular digital agency. So there was this agro investment company I pitched in Ibadan. The way I pitched the woman, she loved it. Like she was literally recommending me for her husband that she would like me to apply. That was how good my, let me say, elevator pitch was. Now they invited me to come and pitch to the CFO, the CEO, and the CEO. So I got there on bike. And the pitch I was about to present to them
Was what I was
around 3.6 million naira.
Even without telling me the whole story, I already know where. Because you don't do that. This guy has not tasted money.
I got there on bike.
This money, really, this money.
The suit that I wore was literally borrowed. But you know they won't even know. But it's the way you dress. You know that this dressing.
Yeah.
You know suits. Even you know. Then I was carrying this. Then when I got there, I was telling good afternoon, man. Good afternoon, man. Then just sit down there wait for me. I was sitting, I was waiting. When I entered, I was seeing the CEO. Okay, I don't want to, if I mention there's one of them is tied to one very popular person. That's how big the person is, like someone known nationally.
Okay.
So I entered, I saw the person, I was like, oh my god, this is person total. You know, that one said astronomy of balance. Then I began to make my pitch, and then I mentioned the money. When I mentioned the money, I just saw their faces. I was like, I've lost this deal. I've lost this deal. You know, where I'm going is, they later used my idea, but I didn't blame them for not paying me to come on board.
Okay.
I didn't look like the deal I was pitching. And that's like the problem a lot of people face. You want a property of 10 million naira, you are looking like 1,000 naira. You are looking like a thief.
Sure.
I was looking like if I get this money, I can run away.
Sure. Because
Even
another thing people consider is before they can buy into whatever you are pitching to them, they first want to buy into
you as a person, yeah, you're
If
right.
they see that from the way you talk, from the way you look, like you have the capacity to be able to do this thing without saying you want to cheat them or something, they just like, okay, I can trust you with your
And
money.
do you know there's a way you talk about a particular amount of money you have not handled before?
Yeah. You respect the money.
That thing will always leak.
Yeah, because you have to respect. Like, imagine you want to talk about trillion, your intonation is good. But when you want to talk about money that you've actually
You just
talk about it.
when I go to the page, the budget page of that page, I could not call the total amount. So I was calling individual. This one 200,000. I've had like I've spent that. This one 300,000. This one 500,000. This one. I was calling them individual. So I said I didn't call the total, but I said this is the budget. The woman now asked me, what is the total budget? Normally I should just say 3.6 million.
Yeah.
And I said, so calculating I was trying to find a soft landing. Calculating everything together. So the total budget for this campaign for the next 3 months, it's not just before I mentioned it, I was justifying it. So
like,
it's not just this one, we adding this one also to this one also. So everything, together, like it's not just for 1 month, but for the 3 months is now 3.6 million. Already they knew that this money is too big for this boy. Already. So there's a way you actually learn to communicate money. And I think there's no better way to actually learn it than to be in an environment where money is being mentioned.
Yeah, sure.
And which is why I've listened to and read about 4 or 5 real estate, successful real estate people, Donald Trump, Grant Cardone, Sam Glenn Stearns, Dr. Stephen, is a particular man I follow in Kenya, Dr. Stephen, Mr. Paul, something, I've forgotten his name. All these people always advise that if you want to go into real estate, start by working for a real estate company. It just gives you this soft landing before venturing into your own. Even if you not work in-house, work as maybe an associate or a consultant, sell for others. Because when you sell for others, you are attending their programs, you are networking with them, the real estate people, you are hearing the kind of deals they are closing. You are learning their culture. You are literally learning from them. You are growing. So that by the time you venture into your own, you are not calling your. I won't mention the name of the company. But there's this man I was listening to, was an interview, and he said when he first started his company, because of his stature, he used to tell his client that I'm just a manager. The CEO is in UK. He's the owner of the company. Like that is meeting politician. Imagine they are meeting Tinubu. And Tinubu is like, I actually want to buy a land. How much land do you think you want to pitch to me? Sir, I have this 10 million naira property. You just look at it like, do you know where you are? I literally had a call last week. This is true life story. I was telling the woman, we have a property. She was like, what's the size? I was like, we have as much as 120 plots. She was like, talk to me in hectares, not acres. Hectares. She was like, talk to me in hectares. I have budget of. When she mentioned something billion, I said, Ma, please give me 5 minutes. I'll be coming back.
It's the 5 minutes for you to process it.
At that point, they did not bore me when to reply because I had nothing to say. So I had to first. I think maybe I was going to work the family. I seen like that close billions. It would not shock me.
Yeah.
But bro, I've not seen up close. I only used to read it in news. Billions, but this person was mentioning it to me over the phone. Talk to me in hectares, and then I first went to meet someone that I know that is of like mind. This is what this person says. Not like obviously I've learned sales, I've read books of sales. I knew the right thing to say, but it's not just about knowing the salesy kind of things to say. It's about the way you communicate it, the confidence at which it comes out. So these are things a lot of people need to learn. It's not just about attending sales classes. Experience is actually a part of it. Like having the feel of what you are selling is like a key part of it. Just like people always say, you are not really selling gold, you are selling emotions. You are selling. People are reading you. As I said, I was telling someone with that, as I am, I still cannot sell private jets. It's not. I can read all the books on sales in this life. I still will not be able to sell the private jet.
Because you never experienced.
Because I've not experienced the private jet before. I don't even know what a first class feels like. And after that's a private jet. It's not about this private jet to carry you well.
Yeah.
Someone buying private jet is not. That is not why he's buying it.
At least he must have experienced something close to it.
So the
before
fact
he
is,
decided.
what do I even know that person is looking for in the private jet?
Exactly. I can't say what you don't know, its features of it.
Exactly. So it just a lot of things. So really, I think one takeaway that I would like people to know is when you are going into luxury business, it's a whole new world. Even if you are like already used to talking about money, all these things, you still need to. So the research of Patek Philippe, $320,000. Just one. And let me shock you, the person they were using to advertise was a photographer. Like they are not telling you that person is a private person, was a inside bush trying to photo, and then the person just brought out his hand from the wallet, and then they just wrote something around it that is actually being an environment of who you are used to it. Keep an environment of wealthy people. And what's the best way to actually find wealth? Go to where they go to, attend events, pay for gate passes to events. I know someone that started his media firm all because he bought a VIP table next to Alibaba in a show. That was where he sold himself to Alibaba, that sir, I used all the money I have in this life to buy this table. Please let me just be a media partner for the next show. Let me just help you package the show. Alibaba was like, you need these people. The best way to get them is to find where they go to and go there. And you don't have to start from VIP tickets. Start from where you can start from. Gradually, just keep moving. Start from a 5,000 naira restaurant. Move to a 10,000 naira restaurant. Move to a 50,000 naira. Davido said, Davido, if you can hear me, you said in a night, like just going out in the night, the minimum you spend is $30,000. That's all I can say. That's 115. That's like 15 million naira.
Just in one night.
Is it 15 or 150? I don't even know. Even if it's 15. Wait, is that 15 or? Let me calculate it. Give me a minute.
How much is it?
$30,000. 30,000. Let's say naira is 5 million naira. That is 15 million naira.
That's 15 million.
Just to ball in one night. So if you beg, say you won't go out like two, and someone still commented that that's the person be like, that's even rare, like it's no. So that means on the norm, when you feel like the OBO, you spend like 30M, 50M just in one club.
When you really want to show who he is.
Now you see why he can sell. You can actually bring his come and sell the private jet.
Yeah.
David does not need to know anything about sales to sell private jet.
Sure.
He just needs to touch the house and just say it's mine, because now it is who he is.
Who he is actually.
So really, if you want to actually go into luxury, it has to be who you are. It really has to be who you are. And this is where we wrap up. Okay, let me just say this is going to be a daily podcast. So, and next time we are going to be taking questions, comments, and all those things. You can actually listen to this later on Anchor. You can also rewatch it on Instagram Live. But this is where I'm going to. Luxury business is not like every other thing you can just jump into. You really need to learn it. You really go and check the portfolio of Thomas Moorhead. This guy, you will see the process. You will see the process. Maybe that's why I don't believe in self-made billionaires or self-made millionaires. There are people you learn from. There are people that. Fact is, it's all about connections.
Yeah.
You use someone to get someone to get some. Really, they are people are like the ladder that you climb when you are succeeding. So really just open your mind to learn, open your mind to observing, open your mind to reading people. Joshua, if you are hearing me, I want to cast you on live Instagram. The first day I came to GTEx, I came to Banana Island. So I was in the lodge here. Then Joshua just came in and was like, hey, what's up? I said, I'm good. Please stand up. Like, if he's listening to me, I'm casting, hey, stand up, I stood up. Please open that bag. I opened it. Please let me take the money that is there. I took it, give it to me, and it worked out. He didn't say thank you. Now, there are two things I could have thought. Number one, this boy is proud. Number 2, this boy is the boss here.
Mm-hmm.
Guess what? It was the latter. I literally thought Joshua was like maybe the branch manager because of the authority at which he spoke. The first day I saw Joshua in corporate uniform, I wanted to go and punch his face. But that's what I'm saying. There's a way you command respect just because of your confidence.
Yeah.
To him, honestly, he might not be rude. Honestly, he might not. I'm very sure the Joshua have gotten to like no. He didn't mean to disrespect. He just wanted me to help him. Maybe he was even had a lot of things on mind that he forgot to thank you. He just wanted to like maybe he didn't want to bend down, maybe because he was carrying a bag. Quite well, he was carrying one big bag. But to me, I was like, oh no, the way this guy did. Even Shalom, when I was doing, the way Shalom used to like dress, the way she used to come to devotion. I thought Shalom was like assistant manager. You know, I thought she was like maybe the VP or something. Because of her charisma, there are a lot of things we just need to learn if you truly want to be. You cannot want to buy something, maybe buy that, and Shannon comes to talk to you, and you doubt it.
Exactly. As far as you have the money,
I'm serious. You will not doubt it. But there are some people that they don't have that charisma, and it is not their fault. They've just not learned it.
And they've not even experienced.
And you get the points, they don't know the experiences.
And you can't give you all the good outfit, right?
That is the thing, you can't give what you don't have. So just make an assignment. In fact, not just either or, the two. As you're trying to learn from people, also try to experience it. Try to go out. You know, go to places, attend events. Don't just stay in your house. I'm an introvert, and you want to connect with HNIs, you want to connect with people that have money. You can't be an introvert. You can't just say they won't come looking for you. You have to go look for them. You have to go hunting. So this is what we're wrapping up. Do you have one or two to say?
Anyway, all I can still say is that there is money in lottery business because if there's no money.
There's money.
Because if it's only in lottery you see a situation whereby you see those one day and your life can just turn around overnight. Unlike you going to the commercial market where you can sell about 10,000 units of your product and the gain you have at the end of the day is nothing to write home about. It can't even take you can't sustain it for a month. But in the lottery business, you can seal a deal that for a whole year, the money is still there for you to bounce on. So there is money there, I believe, if you key into it, something that you can actually get something huge from.
And let me just wrap up with what I just said. Nothing good comes easy. If you want to make the good money, be ready to make the sacrifices. If you are, for example, we have a class coming up, 8-hour sales marathon class.
Yes.
For high tickets. You want to go into lottery business and you can't pay 50,000 naira to learn. No, you are not ready. Honestly, you are just not ready. To be sincere. And you know, it's just crazy because people just think situations change overnight. That's why I don't buy the idea of this guy just blew. This guy that just blew. Do you know when he has been singing?
Yeah.
Do you know when he has been writing songs? Do you know how many states they shut him down? But because one celebrity just found him, you think he just came out of nowhere. Nobody just come out of nowhere. Everybody has track record.
Sure.
Even Davido did not blow, even though he has been singing in Atlanta.
Sure.
He has been following
Whiskey. There was one of his video I saw Jimmy Jump Off, the one he did with DJ Jimmy Jar at one time like that. If you see this guy the way he was singing, you won't believe that.
Imagine, everybody has track record. Olamide's first video with Jerry Drew, he wore like 30 clothes.
And before he dropped that video, he said he has been in ID Kabasa's studio. The ID Kabasa?
Yeah,
ID Kabasa for like almost 4 years.
Just imagine.
Before he decided to drop that first.
4 years. I'm not saying your own has to take 4 years. Your own breakthrough can be within it. It can be within 2 months, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. But there is price to pay, honestly. So guys, thank you so much. My name is Dr. Madishino. This is Muyiwa Kolawole, and we are going to be seeing you tomorrow again, same time, 12 p.m. You can either join us live on Instagram or join us live on Anchor, and it's going to be an amazing time. This is going to be a daily discussion, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. If you have any question, drop it. We'll answer it first thing tomorrow morning, and we'll take it from there. Thanks so much for joining, guys. Have a great and amazing day. Go and make those big sales today. Go and make those big deals.
And today is Monday.
Today is Monday, yeah. So we can't close those deals. So see you tomorrow, guys. We love you.
Thank you.